People treat success like it's some hidden treasure, like it's buried somewhere only a lucky few ever find, like it's guarded behind locked doors and golden gates, with passwords and bloodlines and handshakes you were never taught. You scroll on your phone and see people winning big. New car, new house, new life, and you start to wonder, what do they know that I don't? What did they do that I haven't figured out yet? But here's the truth no one really tells you. Success is not a secret. It's not magic. It's not reserved for the chosen ones. It's not luck in a lottery that only picks certain names. It's earned. It's built. It's created day by day by people just like you. And yeah, I said just like you. Because if you're watching this right now, wondering if this message is for you, it is. If you ever felt behind, overlooked, underestimated, good. Because that means you're about to prove everyone wrong. Success doesn't need to be flashy. It doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't need to be viral. It needs one thing. You deciding that you're not going to quit. That's the moment it all shifts. When you stop searching outside yourself for the answer and start realizing the answer's already in your hands. See, nobody told you that the ones who win the most, they didn't start with more. They just started. They made a move before they were ready. They bet on themselves when nobody else would. They showed up even when they felt like imposters. They stayed consistent when nobody noticed. They made sacrifices, the kind most people avoid, because they knew deep down the pain of staying the same was worse than the pain of growing. That's not a secret. That's just work. That's just discipline. That's just belief. And let's be real for a second. How long have you been sitting on your potential? How many times have you told yourself, tomorrow I'll start. Next week I'll be serious. Once I'm ready, then I'll go all in. Let me ask you this. How has that worked out so far? See, success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who move. It's not about being perfect. It's about being in motion. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need a perfect morning routine or the best camera or a fancy degree or the approval of your friends and family. You just need to decide that right now you're done with the excuses, done hiding, done shrinking, done watching life pass you by while you sit on the sidelines. This isn't a rehearsal. This isn't a warm-up round. This is your life. And here's the truth. You already have everything you need inside you. The hunger, the strength, the creativity, the drive. It's all in there. Maybe buried under fear, maybe covered up by years of self-doubt, but it's there. And the minute you stop waiting for the green light and start being the green light, you become dangerous. You become unstoppable. Because nothing, and I mean nothing, is more powerful than a person who finally decides they're done living small. So no more treating success like it's some faraway thing. No more acting like it's not for you. It is. It always has been. The difference between the people who win and the people who wish they had, winners take the shot. They miss sometimes, sure, but they learn, they grow, and they keep moving forward. So from here on out, stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop looking for shortcuts and start building yourself. Because the real key to success, it's not hidden. It's not locked away. It's not held by someone else. It's you. It always has been. You don't need to be the most talented. You don't need to be the smartest, the richest, or even the most confident. You just need to be consistent. That's the key most people ignore. They chase perfection. They wait for motivation. They scroll looking for inspiration, and they hype themselves up for a day, maybe two, and then it fades. Then life hits. Then excuses start creeping in. Then the old habits pull them back, and they wonder why nothing changes. You know what changes your life. The stuff you do when nobody's watching. The habits you stick to on the boring days. The choices you make when it's not convenient. That's where the game is won. Consistency is not glamorous. It's not exciting, but it's powerful. It's showing up again and again and again, even when the results are slow, even when nobody claps, even when it feels pointless. Let me tell you something real. Some of the most successful people you look up to, they didn't blow up overnight. They put in work for years behind the scenes before anyone cared. They were consistent in silence before they were praised in public. They stayed locked in when no one believed in them. They kept posting, writing, training, building, improving, even when it felt like no one saw them. Because they understood one thing. Momentum comes from motion, and motion comes from showing up, not sometimes, not when it's easy, not when you feel like it, but every single day. You don't need to crush it every day. You don't need to wake up like a superhero, but you do need to keep showing up, even if it's just 1% better today. That 1% adds up. See, success doesn't happen from a few big moves. It's 1,000 tiny ones that stack over time. It's not the massive gym session once a month. It's the 45-minute workouts you do 3 times a week. It's not writing a whole book in one day. It's showing up for 30 minutes daily and getting it done page by page. It's not saving $10,000 instantly. It's putting away a little bit from every check. That's the part most people don't want to hear, because we've been trained to want fast results, quick fixes, the shortcut. But the shortcut is consistency. It's just disguised as hard work. Let me be clear. You're not falling behind because you're not good enough. You're not stuck because you're missing something special. You're just not giving your actions enough time to work. You stop, you restart, you stop again. And every time you stop, you lose the momentum you built. You delay the breakthrough that was right around the corner. Imagine if, just this once, you didn't quit. Imagine if you didn't ghost your goals the moment it got hard or boring. Imagine if you just stayed solid for 90 days. No crazy expectations. Just doing the things that matter every day, even when you don't feel like it. You look back and be shocked at how much changed. The truth is, consistency builds confidence. Because when you keep promises to yourself, you start trusting yourself. You stop waiting for others to validate you. You know you're the kind of person who follows through. And that's dangerous in the best way. Because now, you're not hoping anymore, you're becoming. Now, you don't just talk like someone who wants it. You move like someone who's going to get it. So whatever it is you're chasing, fitness, business, healing, leveling up your mindset, becoming more disciplined, it all comes back to one thing. Can you stay consistent when it's not exciting? That's the key. That's the separator. That's what breaks average wide open and builds greatness from the ground up. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need motivation every second. You just need to keep showing up, especially on the days you don't want to, because that's where the breakthrough lives. Right past the resistance, right beyond the I don't feel like it. Every time you choose to stay locked in, you're killing the old version of you, the one who gave up, the one who only showed up when it felt good. You're rewriting your story, and you're doing it one consistent choice at a time. So stop chasing motivation. Start chasing discipline, because motivation fades, but discipline builds empires. And it all starts with you deciding, I'm in this, for real, for the long haul, no matter what, because the key to success isn't found. It's forged through consistency. If consistency is the engine, then belief is the fuel. You can wake up early. You can put in the hours. You can hustle. But if deep down you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that what you're working for is possible, then eventually you'll burn out. It doesn't matter how many people clap for you. It doesn't matter how well you fake on the outside. If that voice in your head keeps saying, you're not enough, it'll hold you back no matter how hard you go. And I get it. Belief isn't something you just flip on like a light switch. Especially if life has knocked you down over and over. Especially if you failed before. Especially if people laughed at your dreams, doubted you, or straight up told you to give up. But here's the truth they don't teach you in school. Belief doesn't come from the outside. It's something you build, brick by brick, day by day. You don't need permission to believe in yourself. You don't need validation. You don't need a trophy, a title, a degree, or a million followers. All you need is this, a decision, a moment where you say, I'm tired of doubting myself. I'm tired of shrinking. I'm tired of living like I'm not allowed to want more. Because you are. You're allowed to want more. You're allowed to believe that something bigger is out there for you, that your past doesn't define you, that your mistakes don't cancel your future. Belief is that spark in the dark, that tiny voice that says keep going, even when the world screams quit. It's not loud. It's not always confident, but it's powerful. And once you start feeding it, once you give yourself permission to believe in your own story, everything changes. Suddenly, the setbacks don't break you anymore. The fear doesn't paralyze you like it used to. The opinions of others lose their grip. Because when you believe in your vision, nothing hits harder than your purpose. And don't get it twisted. Belief doesn't mean you're never scared. It means you keep moving through the fear because you trust what's waiting on the other side. You might not be where you want to be yet. Your bank account might not reflect your vision yet. Your body, your mindset, your skills, they might still be under construction. But belief is looking at the blueprint and saying, yeah, this is going to be something. Just watch. You got to start seeing yourself as capable, even before you feel ready. You've got to start acting like the person you want to become, even before the world gives you the stamp of approval, because it starts with you. Always, the world reflects back what you believe about yourself. If you walk into a room like you don't belong, people will treat you like you don't. If you show up like you're a problem, like you're too small, too loud, too weird, too much, guess what? People will believe it. But if you walk in like you own the space, not with arrogance, but with conviction, people feel that energy of someone who knows where they're going, someone who's not waiting for a green light from the world, someone who believes. And look, you won't always feel 100% confident. That's okay. Belief isn't about being loud. Belief is quiet. It's steady. It's that anchor that keeps you grounded when the winds of doubt start blowing. And if you've lost belief in yourself, if life, people, circumstances, failures, if all of that chipped away at your confidence, then it's time to take it back. Not with force, but with love, with grace. By reminding yourself who the hell you are. You're not weak because you've struggled. You're not broken because you've stumbled. You're still here, still trying, still showing up. And that means something. Start speaking life into yourself again. Start feeding that inner fire. Start visualizing yourself winning, not just surviving, because you were never meant to stay stuck in fear and doubt. You were meant to build, to grow, to rise. But you've got to believe you can. So today, ask yourself, what if you stopped doubting yourself? What if you dropped the self-criticism and picked up self-respect? What if you started moving like someone who actually believes they're capable of greatness? You don't need to fake it. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to back yourself. Because once belief kicks in, the rest follows. Discipline, focus, confidence, energy, all of it. But it starts inside. It starts with you saying, I might not be there yet, but I'm going to get there because I believe I can. And that right there, that's the key most people are missing. Don't be most people. All right, here's where it gets real. Because let's be honest, not every day feels good. Not every plan works out. Not every dream goes the way you imagined it. Life will punch you in the face. People will doubt you. You'll fail. You'll fall short. You'll mess up. And in those moments, when things don't go your way, when it feels like the world is pushing back, that's when resilience steps in. Resilience isn't about pretending things don't hurt. It's not about walking through life like nothing phases you. It's about getting knocked down and standing back up anyway, even when you're bruised, even when you're tired, even when nobody's clapping. It's about saying, this didn't break me. This taught me. Because let's be real. Everyone wants success, right? But most people want the easy version of success. They want the win without the losses, the trophy without the training, the growth without the grind. But that's not how it works. The people who truly make it, the ones who rise, who build a life they want, they've got one thing in common. They don't quit. Not when it's hard. Not when it's slow. Not when it's uncomfortable. Not when it hurts. They stay in the game when others walk away. And here's something most people don't talk about. Resilience doesn't just build your future. It builds you. Every time you keep going when you could have given up, you get stronger. Every time you show up on a day when your heart isn't in it, you build character. Every time you fail and still keep moving, you earn something way more valuable than praise. You earn self-respect. That's what resilience gives you. It turns you into someone who doesn't just survive the storm. You learn to walk through it with your head high. You stop running from struggle and start growing from it. And I know it's easy to say, keep going, but when you're in it, when it's dark, when everything feels like too much, it's hard. But those moments, the silent battles, the late nights, the times you cry in your car, the times you feel like no one understands, that's where resilience is born. It's not built in the spotlight. It's built in the shadows. And if you're in the shadows right now, feeling like it's too late, feeling like you're behind, feeling like you've already failed too many times, I want you to hear this. You are not done. This isn't the end. This is just your middle. Resilience is trusting that even if today is hard, tomorrow can be better. It's holding the belief that you can grow from anything, even pain, even loss, even heartbreak. It's refusing to let your current season define your whole story. Look, everyone starts motivated. That's easy, but motivation fades. What keeps you going after the excitement wears off? That's resilience. It's waking up and showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's choosing progress over perfection. It's reminding yourself that quitting is permanent, but failure? That's just feedback. Every setback has something to teach you. Every challenge has a potential to sharpen you, but only if you're willing to stay in the fight. And here's the truth. The most resilient people aren't the loudest. They're the quiet ones, putting in the work no one sees. They're the ones rebuilding after everything falls apart. They're the ones who hear, it's impossible, and still go for it anyway. So don't worry about how long it's taking. Don't worry if others are ahead of you. Don't let comparison steal your fight. Your story is your own. Your pace is your own. Your battles, your journey, your comeback, it's all yours. And you know what? Every time you rise again, you become more unstoppable. Resilience is your superpower. It's the muscle you build every time life tests you. It's the proof that no matter what comes your way, you are not going to fold. So if today's been rough, if you're tired, if the mountain ahead looks huge, take a breath. You don't need to climb the whole thing today. You just need to take one more step, then another, and another. Because the key to success isn't being the smartest, the fastest, or the most talented. It's being the one who refuses to quit, the one who keeps showing up, the one who keeps believing, the one who gets up after every fall and says, this will not be the end of me. That's resilience. That's strength. And that's how you win. You've got it in you. Now use it. No more blaming. No more waiting. No more pointing fingers or making excuses. Winners take ownership of their time, of their mindset, of their growth. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to make you do the work. You are your responsibility. And that's not a burden. That's power. Because when you own it, you control it. Your life changes when you stop saying, I have to, and start saying, I get to work on my goals. I get to build myself. I get to push through this moment and come out stronger. Success isn't some prize you stumble into. It's something you earn by owning every piece of the process. So stop giving your power away. Stop waiting for a better time. This is your time. Right now, this is your moment to take back the wheel. So many people go through life thinking success is for them, for the lucky, the rich, the special. But it's not. It's for the ones who don't quit. It's for the ones who decide to keep going, even when they're tired, even when it's slow, even when nobody claps. Success doesn't show up all at once. It shows up in the little things, the habits, the focus, the refusal to give up. And you've got the key. It's already in you. Now it's time to use it. So stand up, start small, stay hungry, keep showing up, and don't forget to celebrate how far you've already come. Because the real key to success is realizing that you were always capable of it. Now go open that door and don't look back.